Well, it's great to see Topper sports season kicking off again. I'm Troy Hughes. I'm the fire chief here in Los Alamos. And we're glad to see COVID kind of waning and people getting back to their normal activities. One of the things that hurt us during this time period was our lack of people. So we need recruits. We need cadets to come to work for Los Alamos Fire Department. It's a great career, very rewarding, good pay, good benefits, great retirement. You get to work out and maintain your Topper strength. So we're hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win, so go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public as well as the playgrounds and facilities while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamosschools.net website. If you click on the Safety and Wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying, or whether it's a suspicious person on campus, or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today, and I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
Greetings, Hilltoppers. I'm Brian DeAndrea of TechSource Incorporated. We are a science and engineering consultancy headquartered in Los Alamos, and for over 20 years have been providing the hard-won knowledge and skills from this community to organizations around the nation. It is our pleasure to support Los Alamos and Hilltopper sports. Good luck and have fun. Go Hilltoppers!
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers!
Hi there, my name is Kristen O'Hara and I'm the Director of Interpretation at Pajarito Environmental Education Center. We are the nonprofit that runs the Los Alamos Nature Center. Bears are active in Los Alamos during spring, summer, and fall. New Mexico Game and Fish recommend the following 6 bear-wise basics to keep you and our bears safe. Do not feed or approach bears. Whether it's unintentional or intentional, feeding black bear in our community is incentivizing them to come into our residential neighborhoods for food. And we do not want to do that. They are wild animals. They're equipped for finding food themselves. Our people food is not the best thing for them. As far as approaching bears in the wild, it is best to stay away from black bear. If a black bear hasn't seen you and you happen to see one across the street from you, take a moment to have that beautiful experience, but do not approach a black bear. Make sure to secure your garbage cans and recycling. Bears have a very keen sense of smell and can rip open garbage cans very easily, so having them secured with some sort of bungee cord or something to keep the lids down is the best way to keep our bears in our community safe. Remove bird feeders during prime active bear times. Black bears in Los Alamos are active anywhere between the very end of April, May to the middle of November. So during those times, anything we can do to keep our bears safe by not giving them food is better for bears and better for us. So at night, for instance, at the nature center, we take down the bird feeders that we have outside and put them back up in the morning. So that is something you can do. But if you do have a bear at your house that has eaten from your feeders, make sure to take your feeders down for a length of time around 2 weeks, so the bear does not acclimatize to coming to your house for food. Do not leave your pet food outside. If you happen to feed your animals outdoors, put your food bowls out there, make sure your animals have your fill, but make sure you bring them in after your animal is done eating. That'll, again, keep the bears safe. Clean and store your grills. That means cleaning your grills thoroughly, removing all fat and food that could have dropped in the base of the grill, and then storing it in an inaccessible place, so a place the bears cannot get to, like a garage or even inside your house, if that's a possibility. I know not everybody has a garage, but just keeping in mind a good place to store a grill that is away from that can be away from bears accessing it. And I guess our last bear safety tip is to tell your neighbors, communicate with your neighbors and your friends about bears that have been spotted in the area, or these safety tips that you've learned here today. The more knowledge we can give to our neighbors and our friends, the better, and it will keep our bear neighbors and our human neighbors as safe as possible. Good luck, toppers, on your season.
The New Mexico Ice Wolves are coming to Los Alamos for the Winter Classic this December versus their North American Hockey League rivals, the El Paso Rhino. The Los Alamos Winter Classic is 3 days of youth hockey games, December 9th through the 11th, culminating with the first ever NAHL outdoor hockey game in Los Alamos, and tickets are available now. For tickets to the game, please visit either website on screen or use our event QR code.
We will see you at the Los Alamos Winter Classic!
Okay, Charlene.
All righty.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a evening of Los Alamos High School volleyball. And tonight it will be the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers taking on the Pojoaque High School Elkettes. And this one tonight could be for all the marbles. The Hilltoppers lost to Pojoaque in their first outing earlier in Los Alamos, which sets them up right now. If Pojoaque wins this ball game, they are the outright district champion. If Los Alamos wins it in 3 sets, they are the district champion. And if Pojoaque wins it in 5 sets, they are the champion. So, or even if Los Alamos takes them to 5 sets and it's a tie, so we're talking about a tiebreaker here. So if Los Alamos wins it in 3 sets, that they get the tiebreaker, and if Pojoaque wins it in 5 sets, they get the tiebreaker. And then there's some weird thing about the 4th set. Anyway, this is Gene Mortensen along with Mike Katko, and Mike Mays, and going to be our pleasure to bring you this ball game tonight. District championship on the line, and Joe Palmer took over this team in 2018, and he has never lost a district title, so he has been a district champion ever since he has taken over. But very, very good Pojoaque team we're facing here tonight, Mike.
Really is. The Elkettes, I don't remember the last time they weren't pretty good, but Elkettes are really about as good as we've seen them in some time. 17-2 on the season. Have only dropped 1 set in the entire district season, and that was to Los Alamos after they beat them 3-1. That was back on October the 18th in Los Alamos. So the Elkettes 7-0 in district, and wow, just 2 losses, and those were 2 pretty good teams that they lost to as well. So no slouch are the Elkettes. However, we have been in this situation before. There's no reason for the Toppers to panic. Los Alamos has taken on Pojoaque when Pojoaque looked like they were an absolute juggernaut and knocked them off. And they have done it repeatedly under Joe Palmer. Pojoaque is never too far from that number 1 spot in the classification, and Los Alamos has knocked them off every single time up till now under Joe Palmer. So we'll see. This is it's a tall order against a very, very solid team, but it has been done before. So we'll see what the Toppers and Joe Palmer have under their sleeves tonight. Toppers coming off a game on Tuesday against the Moriarty Pintos, who we thought were going to be a contender in this district, just never got anything off the ground. We were a little surprised about that. They looked very, very solid in the non-district season, then have just fell flat in the district season. We're really surprising. But in any event, on Tuesday, the Toppers hosted Moriarty in their home finale of the season. And Toppers really were not as sharp as we've seen them. They did enough to win, but they had a couple of chances to really slam the door in a couple of those sets against Moriarty and just kind of let him back in the ball game, which was a little bit surprising to see. But if Los Alamos can't get up for the Elkettes tonight here in Hakona, then, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it was a strange match, the first match when they played up in Los Alamos. The first 2 sets were almost identical to each other. The Hilltop, both teams played pretty well up for about the first 10 points or so. And then all of a sudden, Pojoaque just took over. And in both sets, both sets the same way. I mean, it was deja vu all over again. 25-16 and 25-16, Pojoaque took the first 2 sets. Then Los Alamos finally decided to start playing some volleyball, and they played some all of a sudden, after losing 16-25, 2 games 16-25, they came back to win the third set 25-12, and just complete turnaround. And then the fourth set, they just fought it right down to the wire, and Pojoaque won that one 25-22. But strange set, strange match there in Los Alamos. And these, when Joe Palmer took over, he took over in mid-season in 2018. Pojoaque was ranked number 4 in the state. First time we played them in Pojoaque, and they beat us. And then we took them on in. And then we came down here to Pojoaque, and we beat them here in Pojoaque. But Pojoaque, they ended up with the. It was anyway. It was the Hilltoppers are going to Hilltop. They had a district tournament that year, so Hilltoppers had to play Pojoaque. Pojoaque got seeded number 1 in the district tournament. Los Alamos came down to Pojoaque to play them, and this place was jam-packed. And I mean, the crowd was just going crazy. I called the atmosphere electric, and it was just wild. And the Hilltoppers came away with the district championship that year, and they have ever since. But we're about ready to go here, as they've been warming up forever. The JV lost to the Pojoaque by 2-1, but then they put 20 minutes on the clock, and the 20 minutes sat on the clock for about 10-15 minutes. Then they finally started it up so they could have the official warm-up. So I'm not sure what the delay was. But right now we're going to have the national anthem. So we will send it back to Charlene for just a little bit, and we'll be back.
Greetings, Hilltoppers. I'm Brian DeAndrea of TechSource Incorporated. We are a science and engineering consultancy headquartered in Los Alamos, and for over 20 years have been providing the hard-won knowledge and skills from this community to organizations around the nation. It is our pleasure to support Los Alamos and Hilltopper sports. Good luck and have fun. Go Hilltoppers!
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers!
Well, we just had a young lady sing the national anthem. She was awesome. And and right now they'll be introducing the teams here for Los Alamos and Pojoaque. And we're really looking forward to this contest. It's always been a good one. And, of course, it's a huge crowd again here tonight. That's what we expected. And they pulled out the bleachers up behind us. They keep the floor bleachers on the bottom of the floor. Anyway, on the score table side, there's never anybody down there except all the official people and people like us. But they pulled out the bleachers above them, so we had a big crowd behind us, big crowd in front of us, and it's going to be an exciting ball game here tonight.
Yeah, and we have the student section of the Pojoaque Valley Elkettes reading their newspapers right now. So that is.
Oh God, here we go.
While the toppers are introduced, so little gamesmanship going on over there in the stands.
Yeah, they're bored. So while they introduce the Hilltoppers, they're bored, so they read their newspapers. And yeah, so
I didn't know kids even knew what a newspaper was anymore.
Not really. I'm surprised they just aren't sitting there looking at their phones.
That seemed like that'd be easier.
Yeah, that'd be the simplest thing for them to do. And but yeah, that's an old trick, and we that happened up in Los Alamos with Los Alamos and Taos, and we turned the tables on Taos that night with the while they were trying to read the newspapers. We actually were able to turn the tables and turn it to Los Alamos' advantage. But anyway, right now they're almost finished introducing the Pojoaque Hillcats, and the Pojoaque comes into the ball game, like Mike says, 17-2, 7-0, and they've only lost one set district, and that was they lost to Los Alamos up in Los Alamos. The Hilltoppers are 16-6, and they are 6-1 on the season. And we just finished introducing Pojoaque, so we'll be ready to go here. There is no district tournament. Usually what happens, and that's what's been happening, I guess for the first couple of years or so, they would always have a district tournament. So they'd have the regular season, and then they'd have the district tournament, and it always came down to Pojoaque and Los Alamos. But they did not have a district tournament last year. They didn't have a district tournament this year. I guess COVID actually got in the way of all the district tournaments and everything. So they're not going to have a district tournament this year. So what will happen is on Sunday or Saturday or Sunday, tomorrow or Sunday, they will seed the teams, and then next Thursday the tournament will start in Rio Rancho. It used to be the Santa Ana Center, is now the Rio Rancho Event Center, so it's no longer the Santa Ana Center, but that's where they will play. And they play they play like 4 games at once. They play cross court, and we were able to go down last year. Well, we've been going down and broadcasting, but last year we were able to go down and get behind the team in one of those suites they have there in the event center, so that made it nice.
Those were cool. Yeah, I like those. Those were real cool.
Yeah, that was cool, and it was nice. Well, we're about ready to go. Angelina Pasalacqua is going to serve for Los Alamos. She's a 5'10" junior. The libero for Los Alamos is Anna Kirkland, and Anna is a 5'6" senior. And so we start things off, and Pojoaque wastes no time with a hard spike. Going to be picked up there by Gianna Benelli. Benelli brings it up to the front of the net, and the Pojoaque take the shot, blocked by Callie Goda. Now Callie's going to get the set, and boy, as Callie tries to go up, she runs into Sonia Quintana. And Sonia Quintana and Annika Uriosti just drove Los Alamos crazy up in Los Alamos. So Sonia and Annika, 2 of their top players, and serving now for Pojoaque will be Jocelyn Nunez. And a nice serve picked up by Anna Kirkland. She goes all the way to the back line. Has to be played by Hannah Bergerman. Bergerman standing on the 10-foot line on the left side. Just put it across the other side. Pojoaque couldn't return it. So now Ashley Hammond will drop back for Los Alamos to serve, 5'9" senior. And nice serve, just barely clears the net. Just barely got by Adriana Rodriguez, and then Pojoaque hits it to Sonia Quintana, and Quintana trying to return it. She goes wide, and so the Hilltoppers take a 2-1 lead. And Ashley Hammond still serving for Los Alamos. So it's going to come up to the front, Sonia Quintana, and she powers it through the attempted double block of Michelle Macias and Sonia Quintana. And
that hit the tape, and it actually went wide.
Oh, is that right?
So Quintana off in their first 2 attempts here.
I didn't realize when it was out of bounds. I know it hit the tape, but I thought it stayed in. Michelle Macias, hard hit by Michelle. Pojoaque having a lot of trouble with it, and they can't get it back. They do bring it back, and it goes out of bounds. The Hilltoppers take a 4-1 lead. So Ashley Hammond back behind the line. Boy, she is serving very nicely. Brought up across by Pojoaque, and now Caligota. Wow, what a shot by Caligota. They're saying it's out. There's no way in the world that was out.
Well, and then Los Alamos also saying that was touched. So,
well, that was a fantastic shot by Cali.
That was a great shot. So
now serving is Larissa Rodriguez for Pojoaque. Caligota. And this one is blocked at the net by Sonia Quintana. And then it just flies out of bounds. The Hilltoppers take a 5-2 lead.
Toppers looking very, very sharp here early. Gotten some good swings, have played some good defense, and Pojoaque looks a little unsettled here early.
Yeah, they are. As Caligota's serve is returned, and it comes to Michelle Macias, and this is long. So Michelle trying to hit that back line, goes long, makes it now 5-3, 3-5 actually. As Sonia Quintana will go back to serve. We don't have any heights on these girls, but Sonia is she's at least 6 feet, and so pushed across for Los Alamos by Hannah Bergerman. Hilltoppers are going to bring it up to the front, and they're going to set up Michelle Macias. Hard shot dug out beautifully by Adriana Rodriguez of Pojoaque, and then they bring it up to the front, and they set up Larissa Rodriguez, and her shot goes wide. Hilltoppers take a 6-3 lead. Anna Bergerman serving for Los Alamos. Comes up to the front. Annika Urioste, hard shot. Michelle Macias, all she can do is just bump it across. And now they try to sneaky beaky and instead of setting it, they try to just dink it into the open court. Los Alamos ready for it. Hard shot this time, and we're going to have somebody already cross the line.
Yeah, I believe that was Larissa Rodriguez, the freshman, right there, and had her entire left foot across the line.
Yeah, so that makes it 7-3, and Hannah serving. So just brought across by Larissa Rodriguez. That's all they could do. Hilltoppers immediately bring it back. They go to Tessa Martinez. She's also a junior, another tall girl, and Hilltoppers take an 8-3 lead. And all of a sudden, Joe Rodriguez, he wants a timeout because the Hilltoppers have taken over this game so far. And it's been all Los Alamos pretty much. And so they're one of their top players, Annika Urioste. She has not been a factor in this ball game yet. And usually Sonia Quintana, but Sonia is the only one that's been fairly active, but we haven't had anybody else come to the front for Pojoaque, but we'll see what happens after this timeout by Joe Rodriguez. The front line for Pojoaque right now is Larissa Rodriguez to Jocelyn Nunez and Tessa Martinez. Tessa, tall girl, and now Hannah Bergerman serving. Flies by, and that's going to be an ace. Wow. Right off of Kaylee Salazar, the libero. She was right near the back line. A beautiful serve by Hannah, and it hit Kaylee, and she just went flying backwards. And there's a shot by Annika Urioste. Hilltoppers have to play it from the back court, and so finally they do set up this time. Larissa Rodriguez, she's just a freshman, but boy, a good shot by Larissa. And now serving will be Chantel Molina, a senior. Hilltoppers, it's Pojoaque right now trailing 4-9 to Los Alamos. They bring it up, and they're going to set up Michelle Macias. Wow! Whoa! What a shot by Michelle Macias. Wow, I mean, she just got a perfect set, went high in the air, the left side of the net, and she just powered it down into the open court. There was nothing Pojoaque could do about it. So now the Hilltoppers serving. It'll be Gianna Benelli. Annika Uriosti gets the set. She fires it across. Hilltoppers are going to set up Ashley Hammond. Hammond's shot is picked up by Annika Uriosti. Goes back to Annika. Hard shot by Annika. And so Angelina Pasalacqua, instead of setting it, she tries to pull a sneaky beaky. That doesn't come across. Ashley Hammond. It's good. Down the left sideline. Right on the line. Wow. Ashley Hammond got the set, and boy, there was some question, was that in or out? And they rule it in. Hilltoppers up 11-4 here in this first set. Annika Uriosi, and the double block kill this time by Ashley Hammond and Solène Telliez. So the two of them went up, and boy, I mean, both of them together, double block kill. 4-12. We're almost going to have an ace here. Well, I don't know if you call that an ace. Pojoaque banged it around in the backcourt three or four times. Never got it up to the front. 13-4, Los Alamos leads. And into the net goes Gianna Benelli.
Gianna tried to put something a little extra on that one, I think, and just overswung at it, went to the net, but a couple of really, really nice serves there. That last one by Benelli, Pojoaque just could not do anything with it.
No, they couldn't, and so Annika Uriosti with the serve, and Hilltoppers bump it right up to the top of the net. Perfect set that time for Pojoaque, for Larissa Rodriguez, and so the serve by Pojoaque, they get it up to Ashley Hammond, and Hammond's her shot goes long. That's going to make it now 7-13. Annika Uriosti goes into the net.
Wow, she had like no build up to that. She almost hit that flat-footed. She almost looked bored back there.
So the libero for Los Alamos, Anna Kirkland, now will serve. That one just barely clears the tape, and they're going to set up Adriana Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to get it across. Callie Gola right there for Los Alamos. And Callie, though, she is challenged by the freshman, Larissa Rodriguez, and Larissa wins the battle.
Wow. Larissa versus Callie. Callie had two really nice swings at it. She puts those away almost all the time, but the freshman just all over those.
So another situation where the serve comes across from Kaylee Salazar, their libero, to the back line, and then Hilltoppers set up perfectly, and I mean absolutely perfectly set up Sonia Quintana. And all of a sudden now the Hilltoppers are just having a lot of problem. We're going to have Joe Palmer is going to quickly send in Hannah Bergerman. He's not a happy camper, boy, and so.
Oh boy, he is not happy at all.
One of the young ladies is really hearing about it, and there's an ace coming from Kaylee Salazar. So all of a sudden, the Hilltoppers are having a lot of trouble handling the Pojoaque service game, and Joe Palmer now wants a timeout.
Well, Salazar is on fire for the Elcats at the on the back line, but the Toppers, who had no trouble up to this point handling the Pojoaque service game, just all of a sudden just can't locate the ball. Are striking the ball just kind of off kilter. Just things aren't exactly right for the serve-receive game right now.
Yeah, and that one serve where they just bumped it up to the top of the net, that's the best set Sonia Quintana's had all night long.
Oh, yeah. You dream of sets like that. She couldn't have asked for a better one.
No, not at all. And Kaylee Salazar will serve now at 11-14 here in set one. So Kaylee, the senior, and comes to the back line. They're going to set up Callie Goda. Goda just goes with and Callie goes with just a little. Well, she usually clobbers it, but this time it's a little two-handed dink. And Pojoaque goes toward the sideline. Pojoaque trying to dive to get through it. Can't get to it. So the Hilltoppers have Angelina Pasalacqua serving at this point. To return by Pojoaque up to Ashley Hammond. Hammond's shot is partially blocked. Comes now over to Adriana Rodriguez. She brings it across. It'll come back now to Adriana. Adriana's going to go long. So that makes it now 16-11. And Angelina Pasalacqua, who is one of the best setters in the district and also an outstanding server. Pojoaque having a lot of trouble with the serve. All they can do is bump it from the backcourt. And so they set up right now. They set up the Hilltopper are going to set up Ashley Hammond. And Hammond has a hard shot picked up on the back line by Pojoaque. And then they bring it up to Adriana Rodriguez. And attempting to block at that time was Hannah Bergerman. Could not get to the block. And so she blocks it, ends up blocking it out of bounds. Makes it 12-16. And Jocelyn Nunez will serve. Boy, she serves an ace.
Boy, that looked like a knuckleball. That ball was all over the place.
You see that thing die? It just came across and just flat died. And Hilltoppers, that was really hard to play. Serve comes right now to Hannah Bergerman. Back now to Ashley Hammond. Hammond just pushes it. I'm sorry, that was Hannah Bergerman. Hannah Bergerman just pushes it across the line. It's a little soft push. Pojoaque not expecting that. They dive at it, but they couldn't get to it. 17-13. Ashley Hammond now serving for Los Alamos. Up by 4. Kaylee Salazar is going to bring it up to Annika Uriosti. Whoa. Holy mackerel.
Oh, she got to put a charge in that one. And Annika's been very, very quiet in this first set. Well, she just made her presence felt immediately with that hit.
Wow. That was something. And the serve just barely clears it. Callie Goda has her shot blocked. Right at the net, getting Michelle Macias, and Macias goes up against. I think they're going to call Los Alamos for being in the net. Yes, they are.
I think that's a makeup call because I don't think Los Alamos' initial spike attempt went over the net.
No, I don't either.
So I think that was a makeup call.
I think they called Michelle for being in the net, and there's no way in the
she
world.
was not in the net.
Not at all.
Yeah, I think we have just witnessed a makeup call, G.
Apparently, because you're right. That other one was 4 hits because it never cleared the tape. So right now it's 15-17. Pojoaque serving. And Pojoaque's going to bring it to Annika Uriosti again and dug out by Kaylee Salazar up to Michelle Macias. Macias shot is long. So that makes it 16-17.
Wow, Macias had a pretty good look. I think she just overjumped at it a little bit.
Yeah, she usually pretty good at killing them. And then, so the serve by Adriana Rodriguez. Hilltoppers get it up to the front. Michelle Macias partially blocked as it comes across. Now they're going to set up Sonia Quintana, and Sonia brings it into the net. So the Hilltoppers get the point and pull away, 18-16. The Hilltoppers had a big lead, but then Kaylee Salazar came in to serve, and boy, that made a difference. So now the Hilltoppers serving of Callie Goda will serve for Los Alamos. Comes back by Pojoaque. They're going to set up now Solian Tellez, and Tellez's shot goes wide. So that makes it now 17-18. So the best 3 out of 5 sets, they played at 25. If they have to go to a 5th set, they will play that one to 15. So the Hilltoppers, I don't know what's going on right now. Everybody's just kind of they're just kind of one hitting it across the net. Donica Uriosti, great dig out that time by Cheyenne Garcia. And we're going to have, now they're going to call Los Alamos for being across the line.
Oh boy, I don't know about that one.
Wow,
they're gonna get Solian for that. I thought she was able to toe dance there. I don't agree.
Yeah, 18-18. Sonia Quintana serves it into the net. So it gives the Hilltoppers the lead, 19-18. And now Hannah Bergerman will serve for the Hilltoppers, the 5'9" junior. So Hannah. Wow, that just barely cleared the tape. Has to be played by Kaylee Salazar all the way on the backcourt. We're going to bring it up now to Michelle Macias, and she just whacks it right through Tessa Martinez. So Tessa up there for the block, and the Hilltoppers just roared it right off of her. So now Hannah Bergerman, Hilltoppers leading by 2, 20-18. Going to come up to the front. Annika Uriosti has to play it from the 10-foot line. And Michelle Macias gets it, and she drops it in right in front of the back line. Michelle Macias with a beautiful shot right in front of the back line. The Hilltoppers go back up by 3, and Hannah Bergerman still serving. Nice serve is picked up by Kaylee Salazar, and now Annika Uriosti has to play it from the 10-foot line. And then Michelle Macias gets the set. She goes long again.
Well, Michelle, but 2 huge spike kills there for Michelle just when the Toppers need them. When it got a little bit underneath that one, but boy, the Toppers really needed those 2 from Michelle prior to that.
Yeah, they really did. Deanna Foster has checked in for Los Alamos. They set up Michelle Macias, and it's bumped up from the back line by Adriana Rodriguez. And boy, she had a perfect set for Solien Tellez. And they don't get any better than that one. Makes it now 22-19, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Joe Rodriguez. But Michelle Macias, who normally is she's a 5'10", Michelle Macias, a 5'10" senior, but she normally gets pretty high up in the air, and usually her shots don't sail that way, Mike.
No, not usually, but Toppers, like I said, they after the Elcats got back in this set, because the Toppers were up big early. The Elcats got back, and they got back in a hurry, but Los Alamos has put together a couple of nice hits and a big block kill there by Solien, and have put a little space. So 3 points from taking a huge first set here.
Gianna Bonelli serving for Los Alamos, and Donica Uriosti, she was always standing in the back court. Ashley Hammond, her shot is blocked, and the Hilltoppers just quickly dump it across. And Annika Uriosti with just a little left-handed push. Ashley Hammond, hard shot picked up by Andre Adriana Rodriguez. They try to bring it across, blocked by Solien Tellez, and then a hard shot by Pojoaque, and off of one of the Hilltoppers, and that shot by Annika Uriosti. 2022. This is what we expected. It's the net, but does come across. Ashley Hammond she can only just bring it across. And right now, Solien Tellez, the block kill.
That was a one-on-one chance there by Solien, and she went up there and she stuffed that one absolutely 100%. What a play. Great individual effort there by Solien, who is coming off a really good game the other night against the Pintos.
So the serve and Pojoaque, all they can do is bump it across. They had a lot of trouble with that serve. Caligota, hard shit. That is picked up by Pojoaque. They do bring it back across. So let's see. And so Angelina Pasalacqua, instead of setting Cali, decides to try to dink it across. Comes to Gianna Bonelli. They'll bring it up to Ashley Hammond. Hammond's shot is blocked at the net. by the freshman Larissa Rodriguez. And that makes it 21-23. And serving the Kaylee Salazar into the net. And the Hilltoppers have set point.
And right before that happened, Joe Palmer was trying to take a timeout. It was not granted. And boy, that I'm sure that is as happy as he's ever been not getting a timeout.
Angelina Pasalacqua serving at set point. The Hilltoppers have 3 set points at this point. And it becomes going to be brought up to the front. They can't get it up to the front, so they play it from the 10-foot line. And here comes Ashley Hammond with a little dink. And Pojoaque has to bring it up. And now Callie Goda has her shot blocked. Boy, great dig out that time by Angelina Pasalacqua to keep it alive for Los Alamos. And then a little dink across by Pojoaque, Ashley Hammond. And Hammond, hard shot. This is going to go over toward the bleachers. And they're going to call Los Alamos. They're going to give the point to Los Alamos. They are going to say, I do believe that one of the Pojoaque girls was in the net. So that's it.
What a great point. And boy, I didn't see anybody in the net, Gene, but that was unfortunate. That was a heck of a point there. But the Toppers take it 25-21. So they are up 1-0 here in Pojoaque. So they have a third of what they needed to do already in the books. Still a long way to go here. But if the Toppers can pull this out in 3 sets, they will be the district champions. And Pojoaque is down 1-0, Gene. That's not a position they're used to being in.
No, it certainly is not.
This is going to be very interesting to see how the Elkets respond. Meanwhile, the Toppers are on pace. They started off like gangbusters in this first set. Had a 12-4 lead at one point. Pojoaque roared right back, but Los Alamos able to keep their composure, work through that, and hold on for this set one. Not over yet for the Toppers, Gene.
No, not over yet, but boy, I mean, a great start for Los Alamos. In Los Alamos, they lost the first 2 sets 25-16. And were able to come back and win the third set big. But, boy, it's great to start off with and take the first set here from Pojoaque. So, Hilltoppers now have a lot of momentum behind us and behind them. And then after the Hilltoppers had that big lead Mike talked about, they sent Kaylee Salazar behind the line to serve for Pojoaque. And Hilltoppers just had a heck of a time with her service. And then they finally got the side out. And ball came over to Los Alamos, but the Pojoaque had tightened up the score. But Los Alamos then held on, and they pretty evenly matched fight after that. But the Hilltoppers dominate in the final going to win it 25-21. So Mike, tomorrow afternoon, the Hilltopper football team is going to be in action.
Playoff football at Sullivan Field. It's been a while since we've said that.
Yes.
But the Toppers will host Gadsden tomorrow, 1:00 at Sullivan Field in the first round of the state playoffs. Boy, oh boy, I haven't been excited for a football game in a while.
No.
It's been some time since we've hosted a playoff game, so this is huge. They're expecting a packed house tomorrow afternoon rather, and this is great. I like I said, we've been doing football for a long time, Gene, and there's not always a whole ton of excitement around the football team. This year has been absolutely electric.
Yeah, it really has. They've done such a good job at it. And so we're ready to go. And Kaylee Salazar will start things off for the Elkets.
That is that's the person I'd want serving to start off the second set after losing the first set. She might run off 10 in a row the way she was serving last set.
Yes, exactly. She's the libero for Los Alamos, for Pojoaque. And she gets the signal, and here we go. Comes to Anna Kirkland, and the Hilltoppers are going to set up Callie Goda. And Callie just tries to push it across, and just as exactly the same way the first set started, Sonia Quintana standing right at the net. The Hilltoppers tried to push it across, and Sonia just slammed it down, and she does it again. Comes all the way to the backcourt. Hilltoppers' Dana Bergman tries to play it from the backcourt, and she plays it into the net.
Boy, that one had some screwball action on it, that serve. Kaylee Salazar's on fire tonight.
Yeah, she really is. So they lead now 2-0 with Kaylee serving. There's an ace from Kaylee. Wow. And that was a perfect serve. I mean, absolutely perfect. It just barely cleared the tape and then just dove down into the open court. 3-0 now, Kaylee's serving, and this one goes long.
Wow, so the Toppers breathed a little sigh of relief there. Those first three were very, very good serves. That one just went about 6 inches too long. Had she cut 6 inches off of that would have dropped in completely untouched.
Oh, yes, it would. Sonia Quintana and her shot trying to go to the corner, and that is long. Just barely missed that corner. And standing right there at the corner was the lines person. So the Hilltopper serving Ashley Hammond, Larissa Andriana Rodriguez, Callie Goda. Whoa! And Callie Goda slams it down for the point. Beautiful set this time by Hannah Bergman, and I'm telling you, Callie Goda took full advantage. Ashley Hammond brings it across at 3-3 as we're all tied up at this point. Another dink by Sonia Quintana. Hilltoppers were expecting a spike, and Michelle Macias and Callie Goda both went high up in the air, and the ball just got dinked over their heads.
Yeah, just Quintana just saw there was a wide open spot on the right side. Nobody was even close to that, and she just dropped it in there.
Jocelyn Nunez with the serve. Hilltoppers have a lot of trouble returning it, and so the Hilltoppers bring it up right to the front. Sonia Quintana, and she pushes it across. Hilltoppers push it right back, and then Sonia pushes it right back again. So just a little battle at the net, and Sonia winning that battle makes it now 5-3. Michelle Macias, whoa, and this time Michelle has no problem with the ball sailing, as it just came flying down into that in the middle of the court. Beautiful shot by Michelle Macias, the 5'10 senior, and the Hilltoppers close it to 4-5. And Callie Goda will now serve for Los Alamos. And there's one. There you go. I mean, that one just barely cleared the net, and Kaylee Salazar, the libero, dug it out and right up to a perfect set for Solian Tellez, who all she had to do was just push it straight down. Adriana Rodriguez can't get it across the net for Pojoaque. The Hilltoppers take a 6-5 lead. Callie Goda serving for the Hilltoppers. Callie, the ball is in the backcourt. Pojoaque just, once again, just able to bump it across. Here comes Michelle Macias, and there goes the ball. Well, Michelle's 3 out of 4 now, sailing that one over the end line. 6-6 ball game, and Adriana Rodriguez will serve. And there's an ace from Adriana, and she placed that thing perfectly. Cheyenne Garcia tried to get to it, dove to the floor, but she couldn't even get a hold. She couldn't even get a hold of it. She couldn't even try to bump it up. And so the served by Rodriguez, Michelle Macias pushes it down, picked up in the backcourt by Pojoaque. They're going to set up this time Hannah Bergman, and Hannah says, "Thank you very much." and she powers one all the way to the backcourt, and now Hannah will serve. 7-7 ball game. So Hannah hits the net. So we haven't had a whole lot of service problems in this ball game yet, but now Sonia Quintana will go back. She's had a couple go into the net, but we'll see with Sonia. I don't have her height, but she's pretty tall. Serve picked up in the backcourt by Anna Kirkland. They get it to Michelle Macias, and she goes up against Giselle Munoz. And Giselle trying for the block. It just goes off of Giselle out of bounds. So that'll send Gianna Benelli behind the line for the Hilltoppers. And we're all tied up here, 8-8. And as Gianna comes across, here comes Annika Uriosti. And nothing they can do about that. They try to make the block, but the block just goes flying off of them out of bounds. It makes it now 9-8, and serve Chantel Molina will serve now for the Elkettes.
Interesting. Annika has had some crushers for Pojoaque, but she's not getting a whole lot of chances.
And so Ashley Hammond, well, she put one right on the back line. She thought it was in, but the line person says nope. So
interesting tonight, Gene. We actually have officials doing the lines. Oh, nice little dink there. That was that Angelina? A little sneaky beaky by Angelina.
Yes, totally. That makes it now 9-10. And Anna Kirkland will serve for the Hilltoppers. Just floats it, just a little floater. And here comes Annika Uriosti. Her shot is deflected off all the way into the back court. And so a great block at the net this time by Caldi Goda off the shot by Larissa Rodriguez. But then it's quickly returned by Pojoaque. And so makes it now 11-9. Whoa, this is going to be a tough one for Los Alamos. And
oh boy, the Toppers are harping about something.
Well,
we've just been issued a yellow card.
Yellow card? What is going on?
One of the Toppers, I think, got a little vocal about their being upset with that call. I'm not sure who it actually went to, but
they got the ball came into the backcourt. Hilltoppers popped it up, and it was actually going out of bounds. The girl ran over. She just ran over around the stanchion that holds the net, and then she brought it back into Hilltopper territory, and they called her for being out of bounds, and of course the Hilltoppers is really protesting about that. So now they get a yellow card, and now we get an ace from Pojoaque. So it's now 13-9. Hannah Bergman will check in for Los Alamos. The front line for the Hilltoppers is Ashley Hammond, Callie Gola, and Angelina Pasalacqua. And serving is Annika Uriosti. Nice serve. Hilltoppers are going to set up. Whoa. Not a good set for Los Alamos. It's a big mix-up. I think Angelina was trying to set it for Callie. Actually set it over her head. So Ashley Hammond had to rush in from behind and try to save the day, which she couldn't. Callie Goda gets the set, and she gets the point.
Boy, Toppers needed that. Nice swing there from Callie Goda. She got it just inside the right sideline, but Toppers, after that yellow card, they were all over the place. And, ooh, boy, Angelina goes long with her serve.
Boy, you don't see that very often.
No, Angelina's usually spot on. Joe Palmer jumps up and calls a timeout. Toppers in danger of losing their composure here. They can't afford that, Gene. They cannot afford to do that. They don't have a whole lot of margin of error tonight.
No, they don't. And Well, I couldn't believe they pulled that yellow card out. That was ridiculous. I thought the Hilltoppers had a legitimate protest. But anyway.
Wow, and you can go 2-3 years watching volleyball and not see a yellow card. Those are very, very rare.
Did he give the yellow card to one of the players?
I believe he did, and I believe I know which one. I won't mention it on the air, but I'm pretty sure I know who got it.
Yeah, Debbie was wondering what happens with the yellow card, and of course, if that's the case, then if that same girl gets another yellow card, she's out. She's out of the game, period. And then she can't play in the next game either. So the Hilltoppers, that comes up to the front. Caligota, her shot blocked at the net by Sonia Quintana. And a hard shot this time by Hannah Bergerman. And they're going to say that went long. And Hannah she can't believe that. Makes it 16-10.
Oh, boy.
And the serve by Pojoaque, they're going to bring it right up to the net. They brought it right up to Sonia Quintana. She tried to push it down with two hands. Hilltoppers were ready for that one, but they bring it up to Sonia again. Now Ashley Hammond gets it, and Sonia Quintana with the block. And all of a sudden, it's a 17-10 ball game.
Unbelievable.
So the Pojoaque pulling away in this one. Right now, 17-10, and here comes Kaylee Salazar, and she goes
wide.
It looks like an ace, but wow.
That was about 2 inches wide. Unbelievable, because that looked like a curveball.
Yes.
And it just curved just a hair too much.
Ashley Hammond, there's an ace as she just bangs it right off the leg of Kaylee Salazar. Kaylee trying to get to it, couldn't get to it. Hit her in the leg, and so makes it now 12-17. And Ashley serving. Up to the front it comes, Sonia Quintana. And I think it looks like she mishit it.
I think she did, but one of the toppers, I think flipped it at the net, and it fell in. But,
yes.
I don't think she meant to do that.
No, she didn't. She was going up for the spike. She mishit it, and it went off the side of her hand. And like you say, one of the Hilltoppers just helped her out. Michelle Macias with a hard shot, and that is blocked at the net. Pojoaque will bring it across. Now the Hilltoppers set up Caligota, and Callie just fires it down, and a hard shot by Callie right at Annika Uriosti. Uriosti goes to her knee, but she can't do anything about it. And we think, and so the Caligota will serve for Los Alamos. Sonia Quintana, two-hand push all the way to the back line. So hard shot by Michelle Macias. That's picked up by Pojoaque. They bring it all the way to the back line. Hilltoppers are going to set up Hannah Bergerman. Bergerman's shot partially blocked at the net, goes to the backcourt. They'll have to play it from the backcourt. Now they're going to set up I thought they're going to set up Solientel Yes, but they set up Hannah Bergerman, and Hannah goes wide. So now it makes it 19-13.
That was unfortunate. Solien had a great look if they'd set her up. Nobody was even close to her on the Pojoaque end, but elected to go to Ashley.
Yes. Michelle Macias. Whoa. I mean a clean bite kill. And so Michelle, she can get those things down. She can really power them down as it's 14-19. Sonia Quintana gets it. Boy, great dig out by Anna Kirkland, the libero for Los Alamos. Annika Uriosti comes to Anna once again. Now they're going to set up Michelle Macias, and Michelle just goes right through Giselle Munoz. So Giselle Munoz and makes it now 15-19. Hannah Bergerman still will serve now for Los Alamos. And Hannah's going to go long. Unfortunate. That's going to make it 20-15.
Yeah.
And Deanna Foster will check into the ball game for Los Alamos.
No, that was unfortunate. Toppers had a chance to climb back into this one, but now it's going to be tough.
Yes, it is. And this serve is long.
Well, yeah, Pojoaque's going to serve keep hitting these long. Maybe it won't be quite so tough. But
Annika Uriosti. Her front line for Los Alamos right now is Ashley Hammonds, Solian Telyez, and Angelina Pasalacqua. And Gianna Bonnell is serving for the Hilltoppers. And they set up Annika Uriosti. And Annika, they had a double block. Angelina Pasalacqua and Solian Telyez up there trying to double block, but they couldn't. They did block it, but it just drops in the Hilltopper side of the court, so it makes it now 21-16. It's bumped up now to Ashley Hammond, and Hammond fires it off of this time of Yarieli Rodriguez. Up to the front it comes again. Here comes Ashley. Takes a lot off of it. And find a little soft shot. And barely into the backcourt where it was wide open back there. 17-21. Anna Kirkland serving for Los Alamos. Brought across. It's going to bring up. And so the Gianna Bonelli has to play it from the back line. Nice hit by Gianna. Pojoaque just simply pushes it across. Ashley Hammond has to take just a simple shot from the 10-foot line. Here comes Annika Uriosti. Uriosti tries to push it across. Hilltoppers push it right back. And now they get it to Callie Goda, and Callie goes long. So that's going to make it now 22-17, and Joe Palmer wants a timeout.
I thought they already used 2 timeouts. Apparently not. Okay, but yeah, Joe Palmer wants to talk this over. 22-17. So Los Alamos in a hole right now. And interestingly, Gene, we were talking the entire first set. That is some of the best serving I think I've seen by both teams on this entire season. Here in the second set, it hasn't been that hot. A lot of errors, a lot of just not that difficult of serves to pick up. I wonder what happened.
No, they're not. In the first set, I mean, those sets, that ball had all kinds of zing on it. It was barely clearing the tape, and that was coming from both teams. But right now, the Pojoaque is sitting there with a 5-point lead, 22-17, 3 points away from set number 2. And they're going to send Annika Uriosti. They're going to put her back behind the service line. And Callie Goda up there with Ashley Hammond and Angelina Pasalacqua. And Annika Uriosti very uncharacteristically puts it right into the net. Hannah Bergerman will come in, replace Deanna Foster. Bergerman goes to the front line. And boy, we got a powerful front line right now. So Larissa Rodriguez has to play it from the 10-foot line. They get it to Angelina Pasalacqua. She bumps it. She has to hit it from the 10-foot line. She's going to set up Callie Goda. And Callie, a little dink. As she was going up against the freshman, Larissa Rodriguez, and she just dinked it over her head and picks up the point. Makes it now 19-22. Angelina serving. Beautiful serve. And it's going to come right to the net. And I don't know how Pojoaque managed to get that one. That was going to be an easy point for Los Alamos, but Pojoaque somehow was able to dig that out. Comes to Gianna Bonelli, who bumps it across, and now Adriana Rodriguez just pushes it over. It comes to Ashley Hammond, shot all the way to the back line, picked up by Kaylee Salazar, and then they set up the freshman Larissa Rodriguez, and the Hilltoppers attempt to block it, but they block it out of bounds. Makes it now 23-19, and here comes Kaylee Salazar. And Kaylee has been a thorn in the Hilltopper side so far, serving back there. She is the libero, and a 4-point lead right now for Pojoaque. Comes to the back line now. This comes to Ashley Hammond, and Ashley Well, she had a double block going against her. That was Sonia Quintana and Adriana Rodriguez. And so she went up in the air, and then she just took everything off of it and just put a little tiny floater across the net. And the double block girls weren't ready for it. And Sonia Quintana, and boy, I tell you, she saw the court was wide open on the left side of the net for the Hilltoppers. There wasn't anybody there. Sonia Quintana saw that, just pushed it right there, 24-20. 4 set points now for Pojoaque, and serving is Jocelyn Nunez. Up to the front it comes. Callie Goda. Whoa. And Callie powers it down, so the Hilltoppers close it to 3. 21-24, and Callie Goda will serve. Callie, 5'8" senior. Nice serve. Going to come up to Sonia Quintana. Quintana powers it down. Great dig out by Angelina Pasalacqua. And the Hilltoppers are able to bring it back across. And then it comes across by Giselle Munoz. Comes to Hannah Bergman. All she can do is bump it backwards over her head. And Sonia Quintana has her shot blocked by Solène Telliez. And the Hilltoppers with a quick dink. But Pojoaque is able to recover and get it. Shot was going to go long. Callie Gola plays it anyway. And then Angelina Pasalacqua. And she's good at the Hannah Bergman. Bergman just pushes it right to the middle of the court, right at the 10-foot line. And the Hilltoppers close it to 2, 24-22. And we're going to have a timeout taken now by Joe Rodriguez. As the Hilltoppers are closing in on this one, 24-22.
The good news here for the Toppers, Gene, even if they're not able to come back and pull this out, they have kept it very close and they had a very high score. Points could be a factor if Los Alamos is able to pull this out in 4.
Yes.
It will come down to points, and I don't have those off the top of my head. Joe Palmer knew exactly. He could have told you the exact radius of the point circumference, the point arc or whatever. He knew everything.
Yeah, he certainly did.
But that is the good news. If Los Alamos pulls this out in 4, they could still take this by points.
Yeah, so Callie Goda will serve for Los Alamos down by 2. And up to the front it comes with Sonia Quintana. And once again, Sonia Quintana just with a little short push shot. And she's been driving Los Alamos crazy with that. She's a big, tall girl, but she just goes up in the air. She sees the open court, and then she just pushes the ball over to that part of the court. Either a little two-handed push or a little one-handed push. You want to call it a dink or whatever, what else they call it. And I mean, what's the politically correct thing? A tip or something like that. But anyway,
a tip is the politically correct term.
Yo, mama.
So in any event, the Elcats win that one 25-22. Again, the good news is Los Alamos kept that very close and put up a lot of points in that one. If the Toppers don't sweep these next 2 sets, Gene, it doesn't matter. But that is the good news. So we'll see how that ends up. But the Toppers have got to win these 2 sets. There are just no 2 ways about it.
Yes, that's exactly right. They don't win the 2 sets, and even if they win the 5th set, the tiebreaker will go to Pojoaque. So anyway, so that's what they're battling for now, is to see who is going to end up winning the district championship, as Joe Palmer has never lost to a district championship. He's won them all. He's got 4 of them.
Yes, he does, and they have been they've been pretty impressive. He's come into some of the district. This is essentially the district title game, and he's come into these with teams that, frankly, were not as good as Pojoaque, and beat them handily.
Yes.
So huge credit to Joe Palmer. that he was able to get his team up for this kind of contest. Toppers still alive here, but have a very, very uphill battle the rest of the way. And Gene, obviously a close set. Boy, the difference between the teams in that second set, Gene. Sonia Quintana, little tips. They could not have possibly been placed any better than they were.
Yeah, those little dinks by her. She just she'd go up in the air. Like I say, she's a pretty tall girl, and she'd go up, and you could just see her looking around. She'd see the open part of the court, and she would just dink it right into that little area, and she was very effective doing that.
Yeah, and that's, the problem, there's so many problems with the defense on that kind of play. The big problem for the Toppers is Sony, if she wants to go up there and kill it, she can, no problem. She can crush it. So you can't not play that.
No.
But if she sees an open spot on the court, she just tapped it over there. And there was absolutely nothing the Topper defense could do about it.
Yeah, nobody there. Angelina Pasolaco will serve for Los Alamos to start set 3. Hilltoppers took the first set 25-21, lost the second set 25-22. And now Angelina Pasolaco waiting to get the call from an official. She does. And the serve is picked up on the backcourt by, and what Mike was just talking about, they bring it up to Sonia Quintana, and then she just pounds it straight, right into the backcourt. And there's no way Los Alamos could do anything about that one. Service goes over to Pojoaque, Jocelyn Nunez. Up to the front it comes to Caligota, and Cali's, it was touched by Sonia Quintana. She tried to make the block, but it just went right through her fingers. And so it's now a 1-1 ball game, and now Ashley Hammond serves for Los Alamos. Great serve. And it just sets up. They bring it right back. Pojoaque sets up Michelle Macias. Macias taps it, but it's brought back by Pojoaque. Hard shot by Michelle is dug out in the backcourt. Come all the way across. They get it now over to Hannah Bergerman, and Bergerman just powers it into the backcourt right in front of the line. And Kaylee Salazar taking a dive at it, but there was nothing she could do. 2-1. Ashley Hammond with the serve. Tessa Martinez, that's going to go long. So Tessa Martinez, the junior, and she's actually taller than Sonia. Ashley Hammond with the serve. They're going to set up Sonia. Sonia, great dig out that time by Angelina Pasolaco, played from the backcourt by Ashley Hammond. Hannah Kirkland with the dig out for Los Alamos, and then the quick dink by Hannah Bergerman. That's going to go out of bounds.
So, Gene, I'm going to answer the question that it is burning. The Pojoaque Valley Elkets have an 8-point advantage over Los Alamos. So Los Alamos has got to win in 4 sets, and they have to win by 9 total points. And so they got to pick up the pace, because they are they are up by 1 right now in total points, but they're up. Well, I'm sorry, they're up by 3 right now, but we got a ways to go.
Yes, they do. So Sonia Quintana, and there she dinks it again. They're going to say, Hannah no. Oh, my goodness. They're going to say Hannah Bergerman did a pancake and dove out there and put the hand under it, and it looked like she got it on that dink by Sonia Quintana.
She absolutely got it, but they said she trapped it. No, she did not.
No, she certainly didn't. So Annika Uriosti gets the set. She pops it across, and so Cheyenne Garcia is going to have to play it from the 10-foot line. And here comes Annika once again. She takes a lot off of it. Comes up now to Hannah Bergerman. Hard shot by Hannah. They're going to set up Annika once again, and Annika's shot goes wide.
Wow, that was like an inch wide. And that was all the way across, completely cross court. And I thought that was going to catch the line. It did not. And Toppers had a chance there, but put this serve into the net.
Yeah, they had a 2-point lead.
Had a chance to put some distance between themselves and the Elkettes.
Chantel Munoz with the serve, played by Michelle Macias. They bring it right back to Michelle. Blocked at the net by Larissa Rodriguez. And the freshman, just taking care of the net all by herself. Larissa, she blocked it. Hilltoppers brought it back up, fired at her again. She blocked it again and gets the block kill.
What a great individual effort there by Larissa. She had no help whatsoever.
No, none. So Solien Teliez going to bring it across, and they're going to call. Looks like we have let's see, that's going to be in the net. That's going to be Annika Uriosti for Pojoaque. She is called for being in the net, so the Hilltoppers get the point. And now they'll send Gianna Benelli, and Benelli will do the honors for the Hilltoppers. Nice serve. Whoa. And Joe Palmer, that was a perfect set for Solien Teliez, but she didn't take it. Larissa Rodriguez bumps it across, comes down to Ashley Hammond. Hard shot by Ashley, and a dig out by Kaylee Salazar. Boy, a great save by Kaylee to get it high in the air. And then they set up Angelina Pasalacqua. And boy, Angelina on the right side of the net, she just went up in the air with a right hand, and she just shoved that thing down. Wow. 7-5. The Hilltoppers up by 2. And Sonia Quintana, it's blocked. Well, Annika Uriosti actually was blocked right back to her, and she tried to hit it back, and she actually ended up hitting it backwards. So it goes out of bounds. Hilltoppers lead 8-5. Benelli serving. Up to the front it comes. And then once again, Pojoaque trying to dink it. Ashley Hammond, she dinks it. Going to the floor for Pojoaque. Great save that time by Chantel Molina, but then she gets no support as she's able to bump it back up. 9-5, the Hilltoppers up by 4. And Gianna Benelli. Nice serve. Comes up. Well, it's going to come up to Annika Uriosti. She has to play it from the 10-foot line. Now the Hilltoppers set up. Solien Teliez is blocked at the net by Larissa Rodriguez and goes out of bounds. So that's a point for Los Alamos to make it 10-5. And Gianna Benelli, a good job right now behind that service line for Los Alamos. Up to the front it comes, Annika Uriosti, and she powers one off of Gianna Benelli. Gianna tried to get both fists out there, put her hands together, but it just went flying off of her clasped hands and out of bounds. But that makes it now 6-10. Into the net goes Annika Uriosti.
Wow.
How many times has she gone into the net tonight?
I think that's at least her third, and very uncharacteristic. She is a fantastic volleyball player. She's a little off her game tonight, though.
Yeah, she really is. Anna Kirkland will serve for Los Alamos. And they'll bring it over to Adriana Rodriguez. And Adriana, the senior, a nice hard shot. Los Alamos can't play it. And that makes it now 7-11. And so Kaylee Salazar back to the service line, 10-foot line to this time for Ashley Hammond. She tries to put it to the back line, goes long, makes it now 8-11. And here comes Kaylee Salazar. She's been driving Los Alamos crazy with that serve. And once again, boy, they barely, that thing was heading toward the bleachers. They were able to save it. Sonia Quintana, hard shot, blocked at the net by Callie Goda. Comes back to Callie. Hard shot by Callie, going to the floor. Annika Uriosti digs it out. Comes to Anna Kirkland. Up to the front, Ashley Hammond. It's blocked at the net this time. And Sonia Quintana right there to block it. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Joe Palmer as he sees his 4 or 5 point lead dwindle down to 2. The Hilltoppers up 11-9 here in set 3, losing the first set 25-21, the second set 25-22. And this is Gene Martinson with Mike Mays, and our spotter here tonight is Debbie Katko. So that's the crew here, and then of course we have our photography crew, Nate Limbach and John McHale out there sending those great pictures to the video portion of the Daily Post YouTube channel. I want to thank the Daily Post for making these broadcasts possible, and I want to thank Carol Clark for making it possible for us to bring you Los Alamos High School sports.
And Nate and John's obviously been taking photos for years and years and years, and he and Nate just a fantastic team as
Kaylee Salazar.
Yeah, Kaylee Salazar bangs one into the net. That was that was anticlimactic there. Nobody seemed to care.
Yeah, really. Kind of like, okay, was that a practice or what? So here comes Angelina Pasalacqua for Los Alamos. She leads by 3 right now. Boy, great serve, and that's an ace from Angelina. Boy, great serve, just barely cleared the tape, went right in toward the back line. Kaylee Salazar diving for it, couldn't get to it. Makes it 13-9, and Angelina serving into the net. Unbelievable.
Wow.
So
just how many net serves have we seen today?
I don't know, too many.
Way too many.
Jocelyn Nunez takes the ball, and she will bring it across the net. Bumps it up to the front to Angelina and to Ashley Hammond. She dinks it. Picked up by Pojoaque. You're going to set up Sonia Quintana. Quintana's hard shot dug out by Gianna Benelli. They bring it up to Ashley Hammond. Kaylee Salazar has to just try to bump it up to the front. Pojoaque, just all they can do is just bring it across. And Hannah Bergman, same thing with Hannah Bergman. And boy, I'm telling you, that time it came from Adriana Rodriguez, and that looked like a jungle ball. I mean, it looked like one of those ones where you actually grab it and throw it.
That's sure what it looked like. I think if she held on to it for 1 instant longer, I bet she gets cold for that.
Yeah, she should have been. So anyway, it's right now it's 11-13. Sonia Quintana, as there goes her dink once again, picked up by the Hilltoppers, and they get it to Hannah Bergman, and Hannah hits the tape and rolls across the tape and straight down into Pojoaque territory. 14-11. Ashley Hammond. We are in set 3. All tied up at sets 1 apiece. Tessa Martinez gets the set. Brings it to the back line. They're going to set up Michelle Macias. And Michelle, beautiful shot by Michelle. So the senior makes it 15-11 for Los Alamos. Ashley Hammond will do the honors for the Hilltoppers, up by 4. Comes to Kaylee Salazar in the backcourt. And now, well, I don't know what they're great, unbelievable miscommunication there between Sonia Quintana and Tessa Martinez. I'm not sure. I guess Tessa thought Sonia was going to get it and vice versa. So at the last second, Sonia tries to get a hold of it. And all she can do is just suddenly just try to hit the ball, which she hits out of bounds. And there's Michelle Macias with the hard shot. And it certainly looks like Adriana Rodriguez is throwing it. And so comes now to Ashley Hammond, over now to Hannah Bergman. Bergman's shot blocked at the net by Sonia Quintana. It makes it now 12-16.
Now, what a night Sonia's having. She is she's
a
one-man gang there at the net.
Yeah, she is. Adriana Rodriguez will serve, and she serves an ace. Diving to the floor, Cheyenne Garcia. She laid herself out flat, but she couldn't do anything about it. 13-16.
Well, the bottom just dropped out of that serve.
Yes, it certainly did. Michelle Macias partially blocked at the net. It comes up once again to Annika Uriosti. Uriosti slams it off of Cheyenne Garcia, and they pick up the Pojoaque picks up the point, makes it 14-16. Adriana still serving for the Elkettes. 14-16. Up to the front it comes to Callie Goda. Hard shot by Callie, picked up by Jocelyn Nunez. And now a shot. And so they're going to call this long, or call this wide. So Sonia Quintana got the set, brought it up. It was awfully close. It took a second for the linesperson to decide whether it was in or out. She decides it's out. 17-14, Callie Goda serving. Up to comes now to Annika Uriosti. Off of Angelina Pasalakva, pushed across by Michelle Macias, bumped across by Pojoaque. They're going to set up now Hannah Bergerman. Hard shot by Hannah. That is picked up by Adriana Rodriguez. They bring it up to the front. Now they'll bring it up to Michelle Macias, and Macias powers it right through Tessa Martinez. So Tessa, she's the tallest girl out there for Pojoaque, but they just powered it right into her. Make it now 18-14. Callie Goda serving. And once again, it's Sonia Quintana. So she gets a nice set and slams it into the attempted block by Los Alamos. It makes it now 15-18. And so Sonia now out of the front line as she serves. And the Hilltoppers bring it up to Hannah Bergerman. Bergerman, she goes up against Larissa Rodriguez. Larissa tries for the block, but it goes off of Larissa out of bounds. So it makes it now 19-15. Hannah Bergerman serving up by 4. Great serve by Hannah. Annika Uriosti, and she puts it right in the corner. Right smack in the corner. I mean,
wow.
You almost hit the linesperson. The linesperson had to get out of the way, but I mean, that was a perfectly placed shot by Annika. And serving now will be Chantel Molina, 16-19. And there's an ace from Chantel.
Oh, wow.
17-19.
Well, the Elkettes, the Toppers have had a couple of chances to really put some separation between them and the Elkettes. The Elkettes just keep battling back.
Yeah, they really do. And there's a dink by Solian Tellez, and then a dink there by Larissa Rodriguez, and then a hard shot by Michelle Macias. Comes over to Annika Uriosti, and she powers one, picked up by Hannah Bergerman. They'll set up Michelle Macias and Larissa Rodriguez. what a fantastic rally they've got going right now. And so then it's, I thought it was going to be won by the Hilltoppers. They're going to bring it up now to Hannah Bergerman from the 10-foot line, dug out by Kaylee Salazar. Larissa Rodriguez with the hard shot. There's Anna Kirkland for Los Alamos. Comes to Michelle Macias, and Macias wins it for Los Alamos. What a fantastic rally that was. Unbelievable.
Couple of huge dig outs on both sides. There was a couple of Toppers hit. I didn't think there was any chance the Elkettes were going to pick it up, and they did.
Yeah, they just, it was amazing. The defensive play by both of these teams in that rally was fantastic. And now Joe Rodriguez wants a timeout. He finds himself down by 3, 20-17 here in set 3. But this has been a good one, but that was one heck of a rally. And every time it looked like it was going to drop in for one of the teams, somebody was diving to the floor or whatever, but they did or hard shots. They were picking them up and bumping them up, keeping the ball in play. And finally, Michelle Macias made the difference. And so right now, I think we're going to have, looks like Michelle Macias is going to come out. Gianna Benelli is going to go in for her. Ashley Hammond is going to go in, and she's going to replace Cheyenne Garcia. Ashley will join the front line of Angelina Pasalacqua and Solian Tellez, and Gianna Benelli will be serving for Los Alamos 20-17, and she serves it into the net.
Oh, boy.
That is the last thing we need. And here comes Annika Urioste on the other side.
And Gianno's been so good at the service line tonight, but that one hurt.
Well, the Hilltopper barely able to get that one back across. They're going to set up so Ashley Hammond, she dinks it. Larissa Rodriguez pushes it across with two hands, comes to Solian Teliez, and she just a little half shot toward into the backcourt. Hilltoppers pick it up by Hannah Bergman over to Ashley Hammond. Hard shot by Ashley. Wow. And she just, I mean, that thing had flames on it. That thing just powered through. It actually hit two of the Pojoaque players, and it never slowed down. 21-18.
And that was after a big serving, a jungle ball.
Yes. There's an ace by Anna Kirkland. Makes it 22-18.
Now, this is going to be interesting if Los Alamos can run these next 3 points. That'll be an 8-point separation between the two teams.
Yeah, and so Anna Kirkland, another ace from Anna. Back-to-back aces for Anna Kirkland, the libero for Los Alamos, and a 5'6" senior. And now a timeout taken. Is it going to be taken? Let's see, who took that, Mike? By Joe Rodriguez.
Yeah, but I think Joe was just doing the math on that as well.
23-18. The Hilltoppers up by 5, 2 points away from set number 3, and that would give them a 2-1 set lead.
And the Elkettes, they don't drop 2 sets very often.
No, they don't.
So that would be very interesting. I think Joe Rodriguez has had that on his mind. It's like this is not a team that's used to playing from behind.
You know, interestingly enough, Moriarty took him last week to 5 sets, unbelievably. But right now it's Anna Kirkland. Back-to-back aces for Anna so far. Another nice serve by Anna. This one's going to come up and a block at the net. Oh, it's a shot by the freshman, Larissa Rodriguez. And that's going to drop in for Pojoaque. That's going to make it 23-19. 19-23. And here comes out Kaylee Salazar. Played by Hannah Bergman over to Ashley Hammond. Hammond takes it to the back line. That's all she could do. She was standing on the 10-foot line. All she could do was just try to get it across. She just banged it to the back line. Kaylee Salazar dove for it. Went off of Daly out of bounds. We are at set point. And Angelina Pasalac was serving. And now the ball shot. And boy, I mean, that doesn't get any closer than that. But that was Sonia Quintana once again. And this time she pushed it toward the corner. Didn't make it all the way to the corner, but it hit the line about 4 or 5 feet up from the corner. And that makes it now 20-24. We're at set point once again. Up it comes, Callie Goda, and blocked by Tessa Martinez, then just rolled on the top of the tape for a second, and then finally Tessa's able to pick it up. And there goes Sonia Quintana with that dink once again.
Oh my goodness, that has been Pojoaque's best weapon tonight. The Sonia Quintana just dropping it on the floor with this last one in the corner. My goodness, an inch one way or the other, and that's out.
Yes, exactly.
That couldn't possibly have been. She couldn't have walked over there and dropped the ball on the floor better than that.
No, and it was one of those ones where the lines person had to stand there and look at it for a second before finally deciding it was in. But it's right now it's 21-24, 3-set points for Los Alamos, and serving will be Jocelyn Nunez for Pojoaque. And the Hilltoppers 1 point away from the set. They have 3-set points. And Jocelyn Nunez will serve front line for Los Alamos. There's Ashley Hammond and Callie Goda. And there goes Callie. And Callie tries to go up against Sonia Quintana. And Quintana with the block. Makes it now 23-22. See, the 22 or 23.
I think it's 23.
20. Well, I don't know. I guess
22,
it's 22, I guess. I guess, yeah, they had 3-set points. Ashley Hammond She just pushes it across. Hilltoppers are going to set up. Ashley Hammond. And Hammond's shot partially blocked by Tessa Martinez at the net. All the way across by Adriana Rodriguez. Up to Ashley once again. Ashley dinks it over Tessa Martinez. Comes to Sonia Quintana. And then the ball is going to be trying that dink once again. And this time it was Adriana Rodriguez trying that dink and trying to find the open court. And she goes wide. So the Hilltoppers take the set, 25-22. So, I mean, it's amazing, Mike. I mean, 25-21. Then they lose 25-22. Then they win 25-21.
All right.
And Hilltoppers right now leading 2-1 over the Elkettes.
So the Toppers on the verge of possibly stealing this district from the Pojoaque Valley Elkettes. Now they have to win this fourth set by a fair amount, I think, to do that. And one of the numbers Coach Palmer was giving us before the game was 25-17.
Yes.
He was very specific about that too. So
yeah, he was.
So wow. So Toppers right there. The difference between the two teams right now is 4 points in this game. The Elkettes won by a combined 8 points in the first meeting. Toppers up by 4 in this meeting. So I guess they'd have to win by no less than 5, which would be 25-20.
Right.
Which wow. So
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, I'm running the algorithm in my head right now, Gene. You know, I roughed it out. It's still, you know, I'm just that's a rough estimate.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And anyway, I want to remind everybody tomorrow afternoon at 1:00, the Hilltoppers in the first round of the football team in the first round of the state playoffs, and they're going to face the Gadsden Panthers. And our spotter here tonight, Debbie Katko, she used to teach down at Gadsden for a while.
Wow.
So special ed teacher at Gadsden. And so,
yeah, Gadsden, you take one step to your right and you're in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how that is. But
so Debbie used to. We had a 1963 Ford Galaxy. That car was going to run absolutely forever. So it actually passed down through all the kids, came down to Debbie, and she would drive it from Las Cruces to Gadsden to Anthony every day. People would kid her about the car, and she would tell them, well, when your car dies, I'm still going to be driving this one. So, and that's pretty much was the case.
Yeah, but Topper football team in the playoffs, taking on the Gadsden Panthers, and boy, 1:00 at Sullivan Field, and it's been
the whole thing
14 years, I believe, since we've hosted the playoff game. Is that right?
Well, I'm trying to remember. We hosted one against Artesia, of course, and then we also hosted one against Moriarty.
I do recall that game, and the Artesia game was a fantastic contest. That first game against Moriarty, not so fantastic.
That was the most depressing game I think I've ever seen. Anyway, we're ready to go for set 4, and it's going to be Kaylee Salazar, the libero, and she will serve. Nice serve picked up by Hannah Bergeman, and then it comes right back to Hannah. Hannah's shot is picked up by Annika Uriosti. They'll bring it up to Adriana Rodriguez. Rodriguez brings it into the backcourt. Ashley Hammond, great dig out by Kaylee Salazar. Now comes out to Sonia Quintana. Hard shot by Sonia, partially blocked by Los Alamos. And Hannah Bergeman pounds it all the way to the back. Kaylee Salazar bumps it up to the front, bumps it up too far. And when they try to dig it out, all they can do is dig it up straight up into the net. Makes it now 1-0. Ashley Hammond serving for Los Alamos. Haley Salazar picks it up. And there's a little dink by Sonia Quintana. But Angelina Pasalacqua, or Hannah Bergerman, diving to the floor, saves it for Los Alamos. And was that Callie that got that spike? Or
That was
Michelle?
That was Michelle. Nice spike by Michelle. Quick 2-0 lead here for Los Alamos.
Now, the Hilltoppers somehow save it. I thought it was going to drop onto the floor. Sonia Quintana once again, she tries a hard shot, blocked partially at the net. Michelle Macias takes a lot off of it. That's picked up by Pojoaque. And Adriana Rodriguez throws it to the backcourt. And it's going to be picked up here. And so they tried a little sneaky beaky dink there. And so they set up Caligota. And as they tried to set up, looked like they're going to set up Sonia Quintana, they actually set up Larissa Rodriguez, but the Hilltoppers picked that up, and they get it to Caligota, and a hard shot by Cali, and the Hilltoppers lead 3-0. Sonia Quintana, and her spike goes long. That makes it now 4-0.
Wow.
Favor of Los Alamos.
And you look at the body language of the Elkettes right now. They are tight as a drum.
Ashley Hammond with the serve. Sonia Quintana, hard shot, great dig out for Los Alamos that time by Angelina Pasalacqua, but it comes up too close to the net, and the Hilltoppers can't dig it out of the net. So that makes it 1-4, and serving will be Jocelyn Nunez for Pojoaque. Cheyenne Garcia, all she can do is just bump it from the back court. So Pojoaque now, and they're going to set up this time. Giselle Nunez, and actually Michelle Macias gets the set. Her shot is blocked, and now Hannah Bergerman gets the set. They bump it up. Larissa Adriana Rodriguez is able to bring it across, but the Hilltoppers get it to Michelle Macias, and Macias, she goes up against Giselle Munoz, and Giselle Munoz trying to block, not successful. And now Caligota will serve up 5-1 for Los Alamos. Cali up to Sonia Quintana. Quintana, little half shot that time, picked up by Hannah Bergerman. They set up Hannah, and Hannah, well, she actually, I think she was ready, but the set was a little low, and then she actually took a step backwards. So she had no way to get it over the net. So Adriana Rodriguez now will serve. Michelle Macias picks it up for Los Alamos. They'll come back to Michelle. Goes to the back court to Kaylee Salazar. Annika Uriosti with a hard shot picked up by Canna Kirkland. Back to Michelle Macias. Blocked at the net by Giselle Munoz. So great block that time by Munoz. And that's going to make it now 3-5. And Adriana Rodriguez back behind the service line. Off of Anna Kirkland. And the Hilltoppers just, well, they really couldn't do anything with it. Anna got backed up. She was off balance. She tried to bump it up to the front, but it's one of those ones where you bump it into the net and you can't dig it out of the net. But now it makes it 4-5. And interestingly enough, Adriana Rodriguez, as they get it right now to Soljen Telyez, but interestingly enough, Mike, Adriana Rodriguez was serving from the left side of the net of the court. On that last serve, she moved all the way to the right side. So I'm not sure what that was all about, but anyway, it's 6-4. And the Hilltoppers, well, that's not fair, but anyway, Hannah Bergerman hits the tape, and then it just rolls on the tape a little and then starts to drop in on the Pojoaque side. Pojoaque tries to just at the last second hit it back up. All the Hilltoppers had to do was Soljen Telyez just had to push it down. So the Hilltoppers, the return comes to Cheyenne Garcia, and Cheyenne trying to get to it, can't get to it, and it goes out of bounds. So and the hit was by Annika Uriosti. So seeing Sonia Quintana will serve. Comes to Angelina Patsalakwa, so then Telyez. And right there at the net, the freshman, Larissa Rodriguez.
My goodness. Larissa's been all over the place tonight.
Yeah, she certainly has.
And she's not a huge girl, but she has just dominated at the net when she's been there.
Yeah, she has. Sonia Quintana with the serve. Going to come up to Michelle Macias. And Michelle, beautiful shot by Michelle. And, well, they're going to call it. The Hilltoppers were stepping across the line.
That was the correct call.
Yes, and it's interestingly enough, the floor umpire gave the point to Los Alamos, but the chair umpire, as Mike said, made the correct call. And Michelle Macias, right now we're tied at 7-7. And they're going to get it to Michelle Macias. And Michelle hits the antenna. Well, the set says Michelle was way wide and too far to the left. And all Michelle could do is try to save it, but all of a sudden it's 8-7 Pojoaque. Sonia Quintana is still serving. Up it comes to Michelle. She has to play it from the 10-foot line. And Annika Uriosti gets it. Great dig out that time by Anna Kirkland. Michelle Macias with a beautiful shot. And a block at the net by Solien Telyez. And then brought across to Los Alamos. Pojoaque now with it. And boy, I'll tell you, Larissa Rodriguez, wow. I mean, she just powered it. Powered it across right off of Hannah Bergerman. So that makes it 9-7 Pojoaque. Up to the front it comes to Michelle Macias. Blocked at the net by Giselle Munoz. Over to Solien Telyez. Telyez is long. So now that makes it 10-7, and Joe Palmer wants a timeout.
Yeah, good timeout there by Joe Palmer. The Toppers do not have really hardly any margin of an error in this set. They cannot let the Elcats really get any type of distance between themselves and the Hilltoppers. The magic number here for the Toppers is 20. They have to hold the Elcats in this set to 20 or less. If the Elcats score 21, they will hang on to the district championship. So, yeah, and the Elcats right now are halfway to 20. The Toppers cannot afford to get any further behind than they already are.
Yeah, that's right. So down by 3. As they started things off very well in this set and took a nice lead. And then they've seen that lead evaporate pretty fast as all of a sudden it shot from about 5-1 up to about 10-7 in favor of Pojoaque. So let's see. Sonia Quintana still serving. And the Hilltoppers having a lot of trouble with it. Cheyenne Garcia finally is able to bring it across. And Annika Uriosti slams one. Hilltoppers is able to play it. Michelle Macias bumps it backwards over her head on the 10-foot line. And Larissa Rodriguez. And Larissa has been a power up at that net, blocking and spiking. And now it's 11-7 in favor of Pojoaque. Hilltoppers down by 4. And Sonia Quintana still serving. She's been back there a long time. Cheyenne Garcia picks it up for Los Alamos, up to Michelle Macias. Partially blocked at the net. They're going to set up, I thought they were going to set up Annika Uriosti, but they actually bumped it to the back to the 10-foot line. Michelle Macias goes up against Giselle Munoz. Munoz with the block, goes out of bounds off of Giselle, and that makes it 8-11. So the Hilltoppers now have the side out, and they'll bring in Gianna Benelli. And Gianna, a 5'6" junior and an excellent server. Unfortunately, the last time she served, I think she served it in the net, but this one, nice serve comes across. Annika Uriosti played beautifully this time by Gianna Benelli, and the Hilltoppers get stuck with 4 hits. Boy, Gianna Benelli off the shot by Annika Uriosti. Gianna Benelli what a great save she made, but the Hilltoppers then were not able to get control of it well enough to get it across the net. Right now it's 12-8, 4-point lead. Ashley Hammond, she takes just a little dink, partially blocked by Larissa Rodriguez. Annika Uriosti. The Hilltoppers are going to set up Ashley Hammond. And the dugout by Kaylee Salazar comes across the net to Los Alamos. They push it across. Pojoaque brings it right back. And the Hilltoppers set up Ashley Hammond. And Hammond slams it down for Los Alamos to make it 9-12. And so we'll send now Anna Kirkland back to serve. Front line, Callie Goda and Ashley Hammond and Angelina Pasalacqua. Serve all the way to the back line. Annika Uriosti plays it, and it's in, right in the corner. Right smack in the corner on the right side of the net.
How the heck did she keep that in?
I don't know. But, I mean, it was just barely in. And that makes it now 13-9. And Pojoaque serving. And up to Callie Goda. Callie goes in the center of the net. She tries to go to the right. And it goes too far, just barely over the line. She just barely missed that one. 14-9. Hard serve by Los Alamos. All they could do, they were just lucky to get it back across. Ashley Hammond has to actually slide down to the floor and bump it up as she goes, as she's diving. So Los Alamos right now back on their heels as Los Alamos right now a little discombobulated. And there goes Larissa Rodriguez once again.
Boy, the freshman is absolutely taking over this fourth set. It is amazing. Like I said, she's not even the tallest person for Milwaukee in the front line right now.
Angelina Pasalacqua, who's not one of our taller girls. But, I mean, once again, she gets up there on that right side of the net, and I mean, she can really get off the ground. She pushes it down, makes it 10-15. Angelina will serve. And they bring it all the way. Pojoaque brings it all the way to the back line. Gianna Benelli picks it up, bumps it up to the front, and Los Alamos can't play it any further than that. Makes it 16-10, and Kaylee Salazar will serve. Comes now to Hannah Bergerman. Kaylee Salazar on the back line. Now over to Adriana Rodriguez. And Adriana just powers it off of Gianna Benelli and out of bounds. And so I think Joe Palmer wants a timeout as he finds himself down 17-10 here in set 4.
Boy, oh boy, this set for Los Alamos started off great, up 5-1 early, and really had Pojoaque just completely down in the mouth. Pojoaque was reeling early and then just suddenly sprung to life, and they sprung to life behind the freshman Larissa Rodriguez. She is just absolutely taken over at the net. They can't get any hits by her, and she's doing whatever she wants to on offense.
Yeah, she's had a really good match, but she's had a fantastic set 4, and I mean, she's killing Los Alamos. So anyway, Kaylee Salazar is going to serve for Pojoaque as we come out of the Los Alamos timeout. 17-10, and Kaylee Salazar. Front line for Los Alamos right now is Ashley Hammond, Callie Goda. Anna Kirkland has to dive to the floor, picked up on the 10-foot line by Ashley Hammond. She brings it across, and then this one is wide.
Oh, no, they called it in. Oh, no. That was not in.
Well, the lines person said it was out, and the umpire, the floor umpire, floor referee overrules her. So they get it down to Hannah Bergerman, and that was costly for Los Alamos. So after the serve comes up to Ashley Hammond. Hammond partially blocked by Sonia Quintana and goes off of Sonia all the way over the back line. Makes it 11-18. And Ashley Hammond will serve. And coming into the ball game, Michelle Macias, she'll join Callie Goda and Hannah Bergerman on the front line as Ashley will serve. And it comes up to Adriana Rodriguez. Anna Kirkland digs it up for Los Alamos. They'll bring it to Michelle Macias. Macias' shot is blocked by Sonia Quintana. And they set up for Adriana again. She tries to get it through Callie Goda. Callie says nothing doing. Beautiful block by Callie Goda. That makes it now 12-18. And Ashley Hammond serving for Los Alamos. And this one, whoa.
Oh.
And this one bumped all the way up to the net to Michelle Macias. Perfect set. And she just whacked it, never put any downspin on it. And she just sailed long. And that should have been an easy play for Michelle. Jocelyn Nunez serving at 19-12. Michelle Macias brings it back for Los Alamos. Adriana Rodriguez. And there's the wide open court. Completely, totally wide open on the left side of the net, right behind the net. And I mean, see, that was an easy play that time for Pojoaque. They make it now 20-12. Diane Garcia digs it out, and Hannah Kirkland lucky to get it across. I think they're going to call her for a carry or a double hit. Carry.
I don't know about that.
No,
one.
I don't either. That was baloney.
I didn't like that call, but in the event, the Elkettes have hit their magic number of 21. Regardless of whatever else happens, they will be the district champions for 2022. And if they win this set, well, doesn't matter now. But Towers needed to win this set in 4, or this match in 4, and they needed to do it by a certain number of points. They will not get there.
So Jocelyn Nunez serving 10 points up right now for Pojoaque, and blocked at the net by Pojoaque. Michelle Macias gets it. She dinks it, going to the floor to pick it up this time, and we had a young lady, Giselle Munoz. I mean, she gave it her absolute all trying to get to that ball. Actually slides into the scorer's table, which fortunately is very, very padded. So everybody rushing over to her, but she's fine. So Callie Goda serves for Los Alamos at 13-22. Like Mike says, the championship sewed up right now by Pojoaque, and they get it to Giselle Munoz. And Giselle was a young lady that just slid into the scorer's table. Makes it now 23-13. And serving will be Adriana Rodriguez. So Adriana Rodriguez serving up by 10. Callie Goda on the back line. They bring it all the way up to the front. Michelle Macias with a hard shot. But here comes now Annika Uriosti. Great save that time by Hannah Bergerman to get it up to Solian Teliez. She just bumps it across. Here comes Annika once again. Cheyenne Garcia with a great play. Michelle Macias. And she goes up against a double block. And it's safe, dug out by Los Alamos and then brought across by Callie Goda. But then the Hilltoppers, as Sonia Quintana brings it back for Pojoaque, the Hilltoppers can't return it. So right now, Mike, we're looking at 11 set points for Pojoaque. And so here's the serve by Pojoaque. Hannah Bergerman plays it from the 10-foot line. And Annika Uriosi says, let's get this thing over with. And she does. And the Hilltoppers go down 24-13 in set 4. And they started off, I mean, on fire. And then I'm telling you, the fire went out in a hurry. And Pojoaque wins this one now 13-24. So we're looking at 2-2 in sets. And so right now we will have set 5. And they'll flip to see who gets to serve, I guess. And then
this is huge. The fifth set flip.
Oh yeah.
There is no This could go either way.
Yeah, and then
I think if you score the first 2 points, you win.
Yeah.
But if you only score one, I think the other team gets a chance. I forget the exact overtime rules.
Yeah, and then of course, if Los Alamos wins the toss, they could defer to Pojoaque.
They could if they would.
And then Pojoaque can decide if they want to serve or not.
If they want to serve in the first half of the set or the second half of the set. It's a chess match.
Yeah, it really is. What? Yeah, 2-2.
Yep, 2-2. Game tied up 2-2.
Yeah.
The Elkett's winning game, set number 4 decisively, 25-13. Unfortunately, that will cost the Toppers the district championship. You always hate to say this, but the 5th set is completely irrelevant right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who wins it.
It makes a big difference to Los Alamos, I guarantee you. But
I know they'd love to come down here and pull this one out. So a couple of the Toppers right now very, very upset. The 4-year streak of district titles, and what a run has been for Los Alamos. But Elkett's in that 4th set was just way too much.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was just total domination in that 4th set, and and tomorrow or Sunday they will have the seeding for the state volleyball championships, which will start on Thursday the 10th, and it will be the it used to be the Santa Ana Center. It'll be at the Rio Rancho Event Center.
Boy, could they have picked a more generic name than that?
Yeah, really.
Boy, the Santa Ana big building with stuff happening in it,
Yes.
But it is right there in the heart of Rio Rancho.
Oh, yeah,
Never forget that. That is really the center of the universe right there.
In the middle of town. You can never find a place to park. So it's like I can't believe they thought that was going to be the center of town. And the entire town went the other direction.
Yeah, here we are 20 years after they built that, and there's nothing around it.
Nothing at all.
They're just rabbits and snakes, and so that's it. There's nothing there.
Yeah. So here we go. Pojoaque won the toss, and they decide to serve.
They will receive, or the Los Alamos will receive.
Yeah. It's going to be Kaylee Salazar. Anna Kirkland picks it up for Los Alamos. Gianna Benelli plays it from the 10-foot line. Sonia Quintana. And there's Gianna Benelli for Los Alamos up to Ashley Hammond. Great shot by Ashley. Wow.
Did they call that out?
Well, it was partially blocked.
It absolutely was.
It was partially blocked.
There was no doubt about that.
I mean, there isn't any question. It was touched.
Holy moly.
They're all right. They're giving it to Los Alamos.
They switched calls after like an hour.
Well, my God, there wasn't any question about it. There was none.
I'm surprised. First of all, I'm surprised they didn't catch it in the first place. Second of all, I'm surprised they switched their call after that long.
Yeah, really. So after the serve by Los Alamos, Sonia Quintana, she powers one off of Angelina Pasalacqua, which goes out of bounds. It makes it a 1-1 ball game. And now serving, here comes Jocelyn Nunez. She was the one that kind of almost served out that 3rd set. Anna Kirkland up to Angelina Pasalacqua to Michelle Macias. Macias takes it to the back line, and Adriana Rodriguez will bring it across for Pojoaque, and now up to Callie Goda. And Callie, I think she mishit it, but she was trying to dink it anyway, but she mishit it. It ended up being a dink. And Angelina Pasalacqua, and this one is long, but it's touched. It was touched by Pojoaque. Well, that makes it now 2-1 favor of the Hilltoppers. Callie Goda will serve for Los Alamos. Front line for the Hilltoppers, Michelle Macias Hannah Bergerman and Solien Telliez. Up now it comes to Michelle. Her shot is blocked at the net. Comes now to Angelina Pastelacqua. She pushes it all the way to the backcourt. There's the dink dug out by Michelle Macias. Great play by Michelle that time. And there's a great block at the net by Solien Telliez as she went up against Sonia Quintana. Fantastic block from the 5'10" senior Solien Telliez.
Solien's had a couple of one-on-one chances at the net, and she's won them. She's won all of them.
And it's almost an ace this time from Callie. Pojoaque barely able to pick that one up and get it going. And now Michelle Macias, and she backs one right into Sonia Quintana, and this goes off of Quintana out of bounds. Makes it 4-1. They played a 15, by the way, in this fifth set. Hilltoppers leading right now 4-1. Adriana Rodriguez brings it to the back line, and Michelle Macias has her shot blocked partially at the net. Pojoaque can only push it across. And this time Adriana Rodriguez was trying to find that open court on the left side of the net that's been open all night for Pojoaque, and she was all the way to the left side trying to push it all the way to the other side. And she only pushed it about halfway. It didn't even have a chance.
I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, because it was the near side here was open, but she just got nothing on it.
None.
But in any event, the Toppers up 5-1 here, and trying to steal this one and at least get some bragging rights over the Elkettes. We'll see. We'll see if they can keep this up. Good start here in this fifth set. Only played at 15, so Toppers in good shape with Goda serving.
Yes, so Callie Goda behind the line for Los Alamos, up by 4 here in set 3 or set 5.
Let's see if we get the oh no, they did stop the clock. I thought we were going to get the basketball horn.
So Adriana Rodriguez has to bump it from the 10-foot line, which gives Los Alamos a great opportunity here. And Michelle Macias comes to her, and she slams it into Tessa Martinez and Sonia Quintana.
6-1. By the way, Gene, and you know this, but if you've never been down here to this gym, you should come and check it out. This is one of the better high school facilities in the entire state.
It is really nice. The pit in Pojoaque, they call it. Hannah Bergerman. What a shot by Hannah. Lucky save that time for Pojoaque. Comes to Angelina Pastelacqua over to Michelle Macias. Macias' shot is bumped up to Adriana Rodriguez, and she slams it through the attempted double block by Angelina Pastelacqua and Hannah Bergerman. That makes it now 2-6. And Pojoaque will serve, and serving is Adriana Rodriguez. Anna Kirkland up to the front. Michelle Macias. It's blocked at the net by Tessa Martinez. Comes to Michelle again. She takes it over Tessa's head this time. Anna Kiriosti, she tries to just go up with her left hand and try to push it down the left sideline. She didn't get up high enough. Pushed it right into the net. Makes it 7-2. Hannah Bergerman serving for Los Alamos. Beautiful serve. Wow. An ace from Hannah Bergerman. Wow, what a great shot. That thing just barely cleared the tape, and then it just took a dive. 8-2, the Hilltoppers up. Hannah Bergerman serving into the net.
And why? Because they can't stand prosperity.
They cannot stand prosperity. That's what I always say. Can't stand prosperity, so what the heck? 3-8. And Sonia Quintana out of the front line now as she's going to serve. Comes from Michelle Macias. And now back to Michelle. And Michelle trying to block Michelle's shot. Tessa Martinez and Larissa Rodriguez. They can't do it. And it makes it now 9-3. And Gianna Bonelli serving for Los Alamos. Hilltopper 6 points away from the match. And Joe Rodriguez wants a timeout. So once again, I'd like to remind everybody it's Hilltopper football tomorrow at Sullivan Field, and state playoffs, first round, the 7 seed Hilltoppers versus the 10 seed Gadsden Panthers. And it's supposed to be a beautiful day tomorrow. So if you want to see some great high school football, come on over. If not, then be sure to tune in to Carol Clark's Daily Post. And we come to you over at the Daily Post YouTube channel. Gianna Benelli up by 6, 9-3 here in set 5. 2-2 right now. They're all tied up in sets. Nice serve by Gianna. Annika Uriosti. Great dig out by Gianna Benelli. Ashley Hammond bumps it across, and now they're going to set up Ashley Hammond. And she goes right through the attempted block this time of Larissa Rodriguez, and Tessa Munoz makes it now 10-3, 7-point lead for Los Alamos. Gianna Benelli serving and comes up to Soyen Teliez, and she just pushes it across with 2 hands. Pojoaque was able to play that one. Great dig out by Kaylee Salazar for Pojoaque off the shot by Telian. Telian is going to now she just bumps it across, and Annika Uriosti, and going to be touched by Los Alamos. It was long, but it was touched by Los Alamos.
Yeah, they had to have another discussion about that.
Well, there was no question about it.
Yeah, it's been
but she
been a little tough going for the officials tonight.
Yeah, it really has. Ashley Hammond, and blocked at the net by Larissa Rodriguez.
Oh boy, I don't think that was blocked. I think that hit the tape.
Yeah, maybe that never went over.
I don't think it ever went over. But they're going to give it to Los Alamos.
Oh, okay.
Well, so
I'm not sure why, but
yeah, I didn't think there was a whole lot of question about that.
Well, this is long. Well, they may have said that they hit. It was blocked at the net by Pojoaque, but I think what they're going to say is that it actually never went over never made it over the net. I'm totally confused about that point. The Hilltoppers score another point and make it 12-4. And Hannah Kirkland puts one in, and there's a block at the net. Callie Goda blocks it, comes right back to Callie. She pops it over again, picked up by Pojoaque. They're going to set up Callie again. Hard shot by Callie, dug out by Adriana Rodriguez in the back line. Annika Uriosti for Pojoaque. Up now to Ashley Hammond. Hammond, whoa! Beautiful shot by Ashley Hammond, and the Hilltoppers go up 13-4 here in set 5. And now, serving for Los Alamos, Anna Kirkland, the libero for the Hilltoppers. Little floater. They're going to bring it up now to Sonia Quintana, blocked by Ashley Hammond, and then Larissa Rodriguez tries to just make a quick dink across. Annika Uriosti with a hard shot, and Hilltoppers can't bring it back. That makes it 5-13. Hilltoppers 2 points away from winning this match. And right now, Annika Uriosti out of the front line for Los Alamos. Larissa Rodriguez up there in that front line. Served by Pojoaque. Over now, Ashley Hammond. Ashley takes all kinds of stuff off of it. And they were waiting for her to slam it. She just took a lot off of it. It was almost she put a lot of spin on that, and it just went right into the center, into the middle of the court. And it makes it now 14-5. Hilltoppers up with 9 match points at this point. Okay, it comes up now. There's Hannah Bergerman. Hard shot by Hannah. Block. Dunk. Bring across. Another dink by Larissa Rodriguez. Comes to Callie Goda. They'll bring it up now to Larissa. Larissa takes it into the net. And that's it. And the Hilltoppers win the ball game. 15 mid the match, win the set 15-5, and they win the match. But according to Mike's calculations, Pojoaque is the district champion, and I think we're going to find that out right now because Anna Stewart is standing out there with some trophies. And
So we have the first place and the second place trophy. The toppers pull off the victory here at Ben Lujan Gymnasium. So congratulations to the Hilltoppers for winning this one. A tough place to win down here in Pojoaque.
Yeah.
However, the Elkettes, by virtue of that set 4 win, clinched the district title. So congratulations to the Elkettes.
Joe Palmer, very, very happy right now. And said something to the team. And right now he's really pumped up. And I'm not sure what's going on here. Ann Stewart is holding the trophy. Right now they're playing We Are the Champions by Queen. And so we'll see who. So here we go. Let's see what this is. So the Hilltoppers are the runner-up. And they take second place in the district.
If they pull out the district championship, I've been horribly misled as to how that works.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, the Pojoaque Valley Elkettes, the 2022 district champion, after 4 straight years of finishing second. And I promise you, Elkettes do not like to finish second.
No, they don't. And so. Anyway, so the Elkettes get the trophy, and now the young ladies will get their medallions. And so they're first. They're the district champion. Pojoaque is.
Yes, Pojoaque by virtue of the tiebreaker, winning. They won 3-1 up in Los Alamos. The Toppers win 3-2 tonight, but the Elkettes winning more sets over the winning more sets over the Toppers than the Toppers won over the Elkettes. So something I would say. I don't think I said that right. But
anyway, what it boils down to is Pojoaque is declared the district champion, and right now they're handing medallions out to each of the girls, and then they'll give them the championship trophy. So at any rate, that's going to do it for us, Mike. We've come down to Pojoaque, but it was a great match. As usual, it's a lot of fun to come down here to Pojoaque. They, like Mike said, a great facility and usually a nice crowd. Pojoaque supports this program, the sports program here. They really support it, and so whenever you come here, you expect pretty much of a packed house.
Yeah, you really do. And the great thing about Pojoaque Valley, Gene, the girls get the same amount of attention as the boys do by the fans. They absolutely love their Elkettes down here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And compare that to going to Taos. Girls in Taos are second-class citizens.
Oh, boy, that's unfortunate because Taos has a very good girls athletic program.
Yes, but it's just amazing the difference. But anyway, so that's going to do it for us, and we'll be back on the air tomorrow afternoon a little before 1 o'clock to bring you the football championship playoffs for the Hilltopper going up against the Gadsden Panthers, the first round of the state football playoffs. The number 7 seed Hilltoppers, the number 10 seed Gadsden Panthers, and we will be there to bring you. So come on over to Sullivan Field, and if you can't make it over there, be sure to tune in to the Daily Post, and we'll bring you all the action of the Mexico High School football playoffs 2022. So this is Gene Mortensen for Mike Katko. Mike. I got it, Mike. This is Gene Mortensen for Mike Mays and Debbie Katko and Nate Limbach and John McHale. And we want to thank Carol Clark for making all of this possible and her great support of Los Alamos High School athletics. So that will do it. So have a great tomorrow and come on out for some good football. But anyway, whatever you do, have a great weekend, and you can even make it a better weekend. All you got to do put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin. But the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. Sweetie Pie, I love you, honey. It was a lot of fun down here. I wish you were with us. Bye-bye, everybody.